We've been covering the troubles that Worldcon has had over the last year, and it just keeps getting worse for the Hugo Awards. Now, of course, all of the typical usual suspects in science fiction are whining about the results of these. These include John Scalzi and Neil Gaiman and Mary Robinette Kowal. Three names which you might remember from the last 10 years, as these have been some of the most vocal proponents of censoring people out there. John Scalzi, of course, was notorious for such. I came onto his radar simply because of my existence in the science fiction sphere, and he started lambasting me on his Twitter page, making it sure that I should be blacklisted from the industry just because of my politics. These people are absolutely sick. I've tried to talk with Mary Robinette Kowal in the past, and of course had no use there. When she took over Worldcon 2018, she didn't help along with their banning of me, and of course their libeling of me. I had to sue them over it. And why? It's because I'm not a member of the privileged class here. Now, once the privileged class gets attacked, and they have been with Chengdu Worldcon in China, where they only got attacked really because they were just disqualified for some awards. That's about it. And of course, next year is not going to have that problem because it's not in China. But now they're whining like I've never seen before, and they're acting like they haven't just torched and destroyed people over politics for a long, long time. The irony is lost on them. I actually emailed Mary Robinette Kowal to find out, hey, am I going to get an apology or something like that for the way I was treated? But of course, did not get a response. This is how these people act when you're one of the others versus one of them, and that's all this is about at the end of the day. Let's laugh at their statements and their irony in just a moment. My name's John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. I've got a bunch of books out on Amazon, on my web store. I've got a Subscribe Star, which if you want to support what we're doing here, I really appreciate people who subscribe. That's a big deal. Probably the most important thing you can do. Go check those links in the description below. And of course, hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy our content. Really appreciate you. Here it is. John Scalzi, Neil Gaiman, and Mary Robinette Kowal caused the Hugo Award decline, and now they're whining about Worldcon's unfairness. So we've talked about this, how different people have gotten, of course, disqualified from the awards in 2023, Neil Gaiman among them. And of course, he was out there being one of the most vocal proponents that this is the most horrible thing ever to happen, right? And so here's their comments on the matter. So John Scalzi says, "It's a farce as well as a fraud." Of course, when they changed the rules to just disqualify people John Scalzi didn't like, he had no problem with it. In fact, he cheered it on. He tried to get people destroyed who he didn't like, and that's exactly who this guy is. He's a quizzling weasel at the end of the day. And of course, he's a fraud and a farce as well. We know he got a multi-million-dollar contract for no reason, and we know that he's not performed under that contract. It's been well documented over the years. Neil Gaiman also, of course, commented on this, saying, "I'm unsure how comfortable I would be participating in anything I was involved in, was nominated for a Hugo in 2024, if there were people involved who had been part of what happened in Chengdu." So, of course, anybody who was on the committee now must be blacklisted because Neil Gaiman didn't get his little award, right? That's all this is about at the end of the day. Mary Robinette Kowal also has her things to say. "I'm so angry of the actions of this man," and that's Dave McCarty. More on that tomorrow. "The pressure and presumption of an abuse of power of this man are going to blow back on the Chinese fans who were just excited about science fiction." Mary Robinette Kowal is pretty funny here, as she's not going to blame China for it because, of course, those are her lords and masters and saviors over there. They're going to blame the man. It's all about the patriarchy holding her back at the end of the day. Really funny to watch all of these people do this. Like I said, these are some of the worst, some of the most notorious people in science fiction who advocate for blacklisting, who have torched people's careers, who have engaged in life ruination in order to, of course, achieve their political ends and maintain their clout within the sphere of science fiction. We've seen this over and over and over again with these people, and yet now they're acting like they're the biggest victims ever out there by having their little clout statuses just even threatened just a little bit. It's really funny to watch at the end of the day. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this, my friends. Hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure to check out those links below for the alternative in science fiction. I really appreciate you and the support.